Hello and welcome to this week's music technology session, where today we'll be focusing on structure. Now, structure means the order of a piece of music. How the different sections are arranged is its structure. We'll be using words like introduction or intro, verse, chorus to describe these sections as we go along. So let's get started straight away with a piece of music by Pharrell Williams called Happy. Now, you may have heard this song before, it's very popular at the time, and the link for it is just below this video. So in a moment, I'd like to click that link and listen to the song Happy by Pharrell Williams, but as you're doing so, I want you to try and look out for 4 things. First, listen for the introduction. Now obviously, it's going to be at the start. When you hear the intro or introduction, raise your shoulders in time with the music. Have you got that? First thing, introduction, raise your shoulders in time with the music. The second thing I'd like to look out for is the verse. Now a verse will have lyrics, but the lyrics will change as the story is told. So if the lyrics are changing, it's probably going to be the verse. When you hear that, give a micro tap, meaning a couple of fingers on one hand, tapping along to the pulse or the speed of the music. Shoulders for the intro, micro clap for the verse, and then listen out for the chorus. Now, a chorus is the catchy part of the song that keeps returning with the lyrics are the same every time you hear it. It's the most important part of the song because it's often the most memorable. When you hear the chorus, I'd like you to tap on your thighs in time with the music. So far, 3 things to remember. 1, shoulders for the introduction. 2, micro claps on the verse. And 3, leg claps on the chorus. The 4th thing I'd like you to look out for and listen out for is any time the music changes and does something different from the verse or chorus. This will happen around 2/3 into the song. There'll be a brand new section. Now this is sometimes called a bridge, sometimes called a middle 8 section. And when you hear it, well, you can make up a new action. You could use your mouth to make a noise, different body parts, things that are on the table, but you can create a new musical action to represent the middle 8 brand new section of the song. Now you might have more than one of these sections in the song. There might be 2 or 3 verses, so remember to do micro claps when the verse pops up. There's certainly more than one chorus, so remember to tap your legs when the chorus plays. Play the whole song now, remembering your 4 actions to do at different sections of the song. Click the link, then pop back afterwards and we'll try it with a different piece of music. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the song, and I also hope you managed to identify the intro, the verses, the chorus, and that middle 8 section that pops up about 2/3 of the way through. Now we'll try it with a different song, but the actions remain the same. So we're going to listen to a piece of music called I'll Be There For You, and it's by the Rembrandts. Now you may recognise parts of this song as it's also the theme tune to the TV show Friends, but you're going to hear the whole song in its full entirety. As you listen to it, listen out for the introduction and get those shoulders moving. Then there'll be a verse, micro claps. Then there'll be a chorus, leg claps, and there'll be a middle 8 section where the music changes drastically and it's brand new. And I like to create a brand new section of music and actions to go along with that. Now this song has a new section that I'd like to listen out for in addition to the other 4. The intro, the verse, the chorus, the middle 8. Well, this also has a guitar solo. So when you hear that guitar solo, your action is to do your best air guitar moves. Now an air guitar just means you're playing a guitar that isn't really there. So pretend you've got the neck here with the strings on and your fingers are moving fast on there and your right hand is doing the plucking or strumming as you play. When you hear that guitar, best air guitar faces and miming. Right, that's it. Listen out for the intro, the verse, the chorus, the middle 8, and that's your own action, and the guitar solo. And then pop back afterwards for the next song. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed playing along to the Friends theme, I'll Be There For You by the Rembrandts. Now your next song is a rock and roll piece of music by Elvis Presley, and it's called Hound Dog. As you listen to this piece of music, I'm not actually going to ask you to do any actions. And that's because, well, it would be quite tricky to pick out a verse and chorus in this next song. I won't say why, have a listen first and try and pick out why this song's unusual in its structure. What's unusual about the way it's put together? Have a listen to Elvis's Hound Dog now and then pop back afterwards and we'll discuss what's so unusual about the structure or order of the song. And welcome back, and I hope you enjoyed listening to Elvis Presley's Hound Dog, and I wonder if you noticed what was unusual about the structure of that song. Well, it's unusual because it doesn't really have a verse-chorus structure. It's simply the same section of music over and over again. The lyrics change, but the music stays the same. So you could argue it's just verse, 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 verse. But I also wonder if you noticed there were some different sections where the lyrics dropped out and there were solos. There was guitar solos, there was vocal oohs and ahs in the background. Lots of songs have these new sections that pop up to keep your interest throughout the song. Now, if you enjoyed that piece of rock and roll music by Elvis Presley, then I urge you to look up some other artists from the 50s and 60s that performed rock and roll music. Here's two more artists as well as Elvis Presley that I recommend you listen to: Little Richard and Chuck Berry. If you like this type of music, have a listen to those two artists for some more great examples of rock and roll music. But now on to our final song for today before I give you an activity to do that's music tech based. Our final song is by a band called Queen, and you may have heard this song before. It's called Bohemian Rhapsody. Now, click the link below, have a listen to the structure of this song because this is the most unusual yet. Then pop back afterwards and we'll discuss why it's such an unusual and bizarre structure for a piece of music. So, quite a long song to listen to there, but full of such interesting and musical sections. Did you notice that again, there was no clear chorus or even a verse? It was a section of wildly different musical parts that are all stitched together to make one huge epic piece of music. The same section rarely came back again, so you can't really call any of it a chorus. It's just a series of musical episodes that make up this great track. Some sections are just slow and like a ballad. Other times there's a selection of people singing in close harmony without any instruments. And other times there's heavy guitar solos and drums playing. It really is a huge collection of lots of different sections. Now this is called Bohemian Rhapsody for a reason, in that the name for that type of structure is a rhapsody. So any piece of music that's just new section, new section, new section, new section is called a rhapsody. They're quite rare in pop music, but Bohemian Rhapsody is one example of it. Now your final activity is a bit like a musical game. You're going to need the internet to find the correct web page though. So using Google Chrome, we're going to type in Beethoven Doodle Google. Once you type that in, it's the first result that you want, called Celebrating Ludwig van Beethoven's 245th year. Clicking that will bring you this game. Now when I click this, a video will play showing you Beethoven losing all his pieces of music in different ways, and it's your job to put them back into the correct order. Let's have a look. So you can see there, his horse has chewed up and spat out his Fifth Symphony, and now it's up to you to put it back in the correct order. Now here's the 4 pieces so far. Level 1 is just 4 pieces, and you can click each part to hear it. And so you have 4 boxes to put them in. And once you put them in, you can hit play to see if you're correct. So I've got 2 right but 2 wrong. So you can keep mixing and matching until you eventually get the order correct. And then the game continues. Now the levels get harder and harder as more of his compositions get teared up and put in the wrong order. So good luck working your way through those pieces and learning more about structure as you do so. And that's it for this week. I'll see you next time for some more music tech-based musical learning. Bye bye.